moon is out, everyone's in dreamland, and you've tuned into the dead of night. Nobody to fall asleep next to you? Go ahead and pull the radio into bed. That's what I'm here for. And hey, why don't you call me sometime? Area code 323-KL5-KTRK. Looks like somebody's been waiting in the queue quite a while to speak to yours truly. So, caller, why aren't you asleep?
Insects.
Insects? As in you have an insect problem? Or chirping crickets are keeping you up? Or you have nightmares about them? Help me out here.
No. Don't you know? When you fall asleep, they can crawl into your mouth or your ears or your nose. You can't prevent it if you're asleep. What can you do?
Are there any scientists out there listening to this?
I read something, I don't know where, but do you know the average person eats several pounds of insects a year? The majority of that weight is composed of roaches, ants, and spiders. Just knowing that as soon as you close your eyes, a big fat centipede is going to drop into your mouth and crawl down your throat. I can't do it. I never sleep at night.
You know, they voluntarily eat insects in some countries.
Yeah, well, those countries probably need Jesus.
So, you never sleep at night. I assume you do sleep, right?
I sleep at work.
And what exactly do you do?
I'm a middle school teacher.
That would explain why my nephew invested that 20 I sent him for his birthday on magic beans. It's always good to know that the future of our country is in good hands, isn't it? Oh boy. Let's see who else we got. Caller, what do you do for a living?
I'm Roger.
Okay, and what do you do, Roger?
I'm a writer, Deb.
So, have you written any movies I might have seen?
Well, I actually haven't finished any screenplays yet.
I see. So, have you done any other kinds of writing?
Well, just some outlines right now, but I've got some really good ideas for some stories that are crawling around in the old noggin.
So, if you haven't really written anything, how can you call yourself a writer? Because I once fixed my toilet doesn't make me a plumber, right?
Well, you see...
Is there anyone in this city that doesn't call themselves a writer or actor or director? Don't you think you're doing a disservice to those who actually make their living in those art forms by deeming yourself something you're not or not even trained to do?
No, I think I'm pretty good at knowing what's good writing from bad writing.
Well, wouldn't that make you a critic? Let's see if anyone else agrees. Line 2. Are you ready for a menage a trois?
Sure thing, Deb.
And would you please state what you do for a living?
I'm a personal assistant for a producer at Parasite Studios.
Perfect. Do you read a lot of screenplays?
Don't get me started.
Well, for our writer on the phone, here's your big chance to pitch your screenplay. Is that okay, line 2?
Sell me, dude.
Well, okay. So, my story's about this guy.
You don't say.
Okay, so this guy, he's like an FBI agent, but, you know, he doesn't really work for the main FBI. And, he's got this partner who's new and really cute, but she's also a really good agent. And they're like assigned to this bizarre case where people are being killed in really strange ways.
Uh-huh.
And then, like, something happens and the girl agent gets kidnapped by the killer.
Something happens.
Yeah, well, I haven't quite figured it out yet, but, like, the guy agent notices, like, how the killer seems to know everything he's doing, like, one step ahead of him. And then there's this kind of, you know, weird chase scene, and then, like, we find out that the guy's got two personalities, and, like, he finds out in the end that he's the killer, and then he's kidnapped his own partner.
Well, line 2, what do you think? You're gonna option it or not?
Writer dude?
Roger.
Roger, would you like my professional opinion?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Wisconsin.
Okay. I want you to get all your stuff together, and then I want you to move back to Wisconsin.
That's a little cold, line 2.
That's Hollywood, baby.
Maybe it's just too good for you.
No, dude, it's not.
Break it up, you two. Final thoughts, guys?
Wisconsin.
I have some other things I'm working on, too. I got some pretty good ideas for video games, I think. If anyone's interested in hiring me, my number is 213...
Sorry, Roger. The only one that gets to give out their number on this show is me. And if anyone was thinking of asking what I'm wearing, that number again is 323-KL5-KTRK. We're gonna take a short commercial break, but that doesn't mean you can stop thinking about me. Don't go anywhere, boys.
Tired of sluggish internet access?
Mom, the internet's all slow again.
I'm not your mom. I'm the creature that evolved out of your mom.
Sick of unwanted spam?
Another email message from my old college roommate, Rod Hughes. Oh my.
Computer problems make it frustrating to log on?
Error 432, network access remote server memory allocation assessment table exceeded. Hard drive reformatting will now commence. What?
Looking for something that requires no logons, no unwanted email, coherent sentences, and no technical problems whatsoever? Read a book. Books. The original internet.
Terrorists are prepared to destroy the largest dam in America. Again.
When she-bomb goes off, this Hoover will be caught with his panties down.
And only this renegade cop and his ex-wife's manicurist stand between destruction and unexpected love.
I'll just file you as DOA.
This summer, all bets are off. The heat is on. The fix is in. The dogs are out. The game is up. The chips are down. The stakes are high. The odds are low. The danger is huge. The payoff is slim. Friendships will be made. Rules will be broken. Wrongs will be righted. And no unturned stone will be left. Get ready to be turned inside out and upside down. Hoover 2, Hydroelectric Boogaloo. The best damn movie you'll see this year.
When I'm grinding the reverse Poindexter 540 to Ollie northbound to Contraband, I can't think about being bloated. That's why every morning I down a pound ground, gentle extreme lax and sports drink. Because when you're pulling a wicked Scowcroft 720, you don't want anything to slow you down.
Good evening, my fellow kindred. Tonight we are gathered here with the participation of Osh Red playing as Mia. Say hello, Osh.
Good evening.
Today we're going to be playing what I call a blood bite. The blood bites are little side stories, connected to the main plot, but not really, like on the side. So let us jump in. Oh, music. I knew I was missing something. Load your son of... Oh, it's not loading. Oh, that's why. I'm trying to play the... Technical difficulties, please wait. Load, you son of a bitch!
Sure.
What? I'm just teaching tough love to the machine. There we go. Who's a wordless monster? You are. So, yeah. After the meeting at the Hollywood studio and that, you're in Studio City.
Yes.
You got the address to Andre's Manor, and Jesse's willing to go with you. Jesse and Jane. Or you want to go with him alone? Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So, how are you going to do it? Are you going to go through the subways or what?
I mean, I'm always more comfortable going through the subways, so I think I'll do that.
Okay. You start looking around the lot until you find a drainage pipe. You open it as the guys look inside. You see that Jesse opens his bag, pulling different types of shit cans as he takes a small flashlight that he connects to his chest. Jane just checks her handgun for a moment as they start going down with you. They look at you saying, "Dude, you're the expert here. Where do we go?" Roll
shoot.
wits plus streetwise.
Roll wits plus streetwise.
Yeah. Don't want this image.
Oh, 3 successes.
Okay. That's your boy there. And I'm now
Nice.
gonna post. Where's the other one? Oh, and Jane. By the way, for the viewers at home, remember we're playing under the rules of bits force the player to re-roll and stick with the new roll or draw a card. Cards are random events that change what the hell's going on in the game. Okay? And if you subscribe after the game, hit me up and we'll make you a character, like to be part of the story as an NPC. So, as you start moving through the subways, hearing the pipes sometimes, checking the sounds of the animals screaming, the sounds of the subways and stuff like that. Jane doesn't look uncomfortable nor comfortable. She's just walking with her arms crossed, her handgun in her back, saying, I thought there will be less shit than I expected. Jesse doesn't care really. He just fits himself. From his neck, he pulls a sort of protester's mask. The type that you will see people using to protect themselves from tear gas. But this one has like a smiley design with fangs all over the mouth. Like an Oni mask. You start...
Oh, I was about to ask them, have you ever been through the sewers before?
Jane says, no. Never. Jesse just looks at you saying, first time. Thank God we don't have a sense of smell, he says, as Jane just walks. After like 20 or 25 minutes, you start figuring out the sewer maps of the Hollywood area, of the North Hollywood. After taking a couple of turns and moving through small pipes, of hearing the hissing sounds and seeing the stale water going up, you suddenly see a ladder that leads to the higher residential area of Hollywood. You start climbing.
No, go ahead.
As you start climbing, some of the pieces of the ladder are missing. You can constantly hear the dripping sound of the water as it falls to the back of your shaven head, inside your clothing. You pull up the manhole slightly just to notice if there's anybody around. Roll perception plus alert to see if you see anything.
That's 3 successes.
Far away, like a couple of blocks from where you are, you can see lights. Suddenly you hear gunshots. Somebody screaming, and then a voice saying, "Cut!" Again from top. You see it's a small crew, about 4 guys. See, you've been working in Hollywood, you already can tell that they're an independent bunch of guys. Possibly with a couple of permits, but there's like I said, the director, the camera guy, the microphone guy, and 2 actors with handguns.
Oh.
You pull yourself up into the surface as you fix yourself not to look any noticeable. Roll dexterity plus hold on, let me.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be dexterity plus give me a moment. craft to make yourself look possible for a human.
Okay. Okay. One success.
One success. You fit your hoodie the best you can. You put the medical mask. Oh yeah, hold on. Roll one extra die.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I totally forgot coronavirus.
One extra die.
Yeah.
Hang on. Does that mean I reroll or?
No, just roll one die to see if you get an extra success.
Right. Okay. Oh yeah, there we go.
There you go. By the way, did you spend the experience points from the last session?
Yeah, I did. I think I spent it on the second level of Obfuscate.
By the way, if you have any skill or attribute at level 3, you can buy what is known as specialties. Specialties allow you to re-roll the 10s.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. So, for example, if in performance you have the specialty of acting, anytime your character acts and you get 10s, you re-roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, what do you do?
Okay, so we've already noticed that there's a small crew nearby, and I'm passable for the most part because of the mask. And we have the address of Andre's place. I'd like to stealthily make my way as close as possible to Andre's house.
Roll for dexterity plus stealth. You can roll for streetwise if you want to pass for a homeless person or something.
Oh,
no, don't worry.
I already rolled. One success.
Okay, Jesse. Holy shit! Jane is a fucking ninja!
Wow.
I got like 4 10s.
Wow.
Yeah, she's a fucking ninja. So, as you start running through every pipe slowly, trying not to make any sound, keeping yourself, to the streets. You keep walking slowly, making way through the darkness of the streets. Sometimes you can see flickering lights. Sometimes you can hear water behind walls, and you can tell that there's pools. Again, during the expensive part of town. But as you keep making your way through the different areas of this part of town, hold on, 1 second. You keep dragging until you see this. I wouldn't say massive manor, but big place. It's a little bit further away from everything else. It has. All you can tell is that it has a small pool, but it's empty. The wall is not too big. You see that Jesse walks to you. He looks at you and he puts his hands against the wall and he spreads his legs a little bit, like offering his back as a platform for you.
Oh. Okay. I hoist myself up and try to scale the wall with his help, I guess.
Roll dexterity plus athletics.
Ooh, that's a fail.
As you suddenly stumble backwards into the ground, roll stamina. Let me see if Jesse can spend celerity to try to grab you. Oh. Ooh, okay. You tumble backwards as you suddenly slam yourself in the back of your head. Jesse tries to grab you, but you're already like... if you were human, you possibly had a small concussion. You take 2 bashing damage, which means 2 excess. You can heal them You can heal all your bashing damage spending 1 blood point.
Okay.
If I don't remember. Do you spend blood to regenerate?
Yeah, alright, I'll spend blood.
Okay. Remember, you can regenerate everything. I mean, little damage, you regenerate 1 each blood dot. I mean, each blood point. And you can regenerate all the stunning damage per blood point.
Okay.
Okay?
So does that mean I've only got 1 X now?
No, you don't have any.
Oh, okay. So okay. Brings back the... Alright.
Like, basically, if somebody beats the living crap out of you, like with baseball bats, you can easily regenerate that. But if somebody stabs you or shoots you, that's harder.
Alright.
Okay, if I don't remember. I'm gonna check the book again because it's been a long time since I last saw bashing damage rules.
Okay, no worries.
He tries to help you stand up, asking you, are you okay?
I'm fine. Sorry about that. My bad.
It's okay. You see that Jane just looks at you saying, wow, you really suck at climbing.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Can we see if there's any way into the manor except for the wall?
She starts looking around, he too, as they start exploring the surrounding of the house, and they find a big gate. But it's a white gate. There's like, even if there's bars, there's a small metal gate in between. Like, you cannot see inside the house.
Okay. Can we try to scale the gate? Would that be better?
Dexterity plus athletics. I'll give you a +1 since now you have a place to grab yourself from.
Okay. +1, did you say? Okay. Like that?
No. Instead of a +1, that means an extra die.
Okay.
It's okay.
There we go. 1 success.
1 success. Okay. You start climbing slowly through the sides of the wall, getting higher and higher as you jump into the inside of the place. After a couple of moments, you see both Jane and Jesse jump into the other side with you. The first thing you notice is that the pool is empty and it's full with leaves from different sessions, from different times. It's been a long time since apparently there's been life in this place. There's a couple of trees that come from the other properties. For what you can tell, it's a 2-floor house. You guys enter through the back, to the back gate.
Okay.
There's large glass windows that go to the patio, but they're covered in a mixture of wood and paper foil. I mean tin foil to keep the light from peeking inside. There's a small door that you could easily push inside. The more you approach to the house, you can tell that there's no electricity in this place. There's no automatic lights, nothing.
Okay.
The closer you start getting, the more you can hear the buzzing sound of the flies. The constant buzzing, never-ending buzzing. Constantly humming like a small army of creatures waiting inside. Some of them are outside, flying all over the place. I wouldn't say it's hundreds, but maybe millions inside.
But how? Okay. Alright. Let's enter the house.
As you slowly open the door, you see that Jesse is very close to you. He even tries to grab your hand as he peeks inside with a flashlight. Roll.
I let him. It's no trouble.
Roll perception.
Okay. 2 successes.
Roll for courage.
No, I failed.
I'm gonna describe it the best way I can, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second, I need to put some special tune here. Let's... God damn it, ads! Why do you break my inspiration? I don't... Okay, there we go. No! No, I don't want to buy a car. Unless you're sponsoring this stream. Okay, there we go. The carpet is so soft at first. It's like a plastic bag. A peach color plastic bag. But then you start noticing how it moves. How it thrives. How it palpitates. The walls covered in paintings made of different lines that look like a Picasso, but of constant lines like lightnings of blues and reds. The doorknobs, there's something about them. Little pieces that move. Some of them blink even. And then you start noticing it. Maggots hanging from the walls, crawling to the ceiling as the hundreds of flies fly away between the muttering sounds of cryings that come from the house, of muffled voices begging for death, for they feel themselves slowly dripping into non-existence. Imagine what it is to feel your flesh slowly being contaminated by disease. How it feels to be paralyzed and feel your own body rotting like a corpse. For the walls, for every inch of this house is flesh. As if the owner had taken hundreds of people and turned them in every single corner of the house. A facade of sex and death. Human organs that make new pieces of the house. Doors made of human teeth and bone. Crying, with flies running over the eyeballs. Even the lamps having the peel-out faces stretched out, their eyes moving underneath their lids, almost begging for death with a curious image of horror. The locks of the doors made of with human teeth that still shatter. The constant sound of as their teeth clack constantly, the bones retracting, the lungs of the house moving, because there's humans still inside, as the life in this place is made for nothing but flesh. A cathedral of death. As soon as you see this, how much is your strength?
My strength, it's 1.
Just squeeze Jesse's hand as hard as you can as he just grabs you by the back of your head, trying to move you away from the house. The beast begging you to run away. For you can feel the fetid smell of shit, paste and blood. The human's breath, as you can tell how every corner of this house is made with humans that are still alive and slowly rotting.
This place is hell.
What do you do? Even Jane looks petrified by the scene.
Entire house is like this.
The outside of the house looks normal. The inside of the house, like I said, if you touch the walls, you can feel the blood being pumped through the veins of the house.
Oh my gosh. I want to push further inwards.
Spend 1 willpower then.
1 willpower, okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay.
As soon as
Now
you...
I only have 2 left. Sorry, go on.
Oh, how much willpower do you have? Like, grand total?
Wait, it's supposed to be just the equivalent of the courage, right?
Yeah, but you haven't spent... You didn't spend any freebie points to increase your willpower, did you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, Lord Johnson. Oh, Lord.
You didn't.
Oh, Lord Piano. Oh, Lord Johnson.
You didn't hint anything. How was I supposed to know? I just spent it.
Okay, don't worry.
Anyway, come on.
As you step forwards into the house, you can see how the walls completely throb and palpitate. You can hear the mother's screams as the locks of the house are made of human teeth. The first thing you see is a sort of living room. There's a small kitchen, and the kitchen is the fridge is completely open. Spoiled food. That's what you want to think. Spoiled food. That's the only thing you want to think about. What do you do?
From where I am, can I get a general idea of the house layout, perhaps? Okay, is there anywhere else leading to what seems like a study or an office?
Oh, I think I found... Yeah. Oh, no, this is not as grotesque as I thought it would be. Images from the game. I mean, where you are, it seems like a living room.
Okay. I want to explore further. I want to find if there's something that resembles like an office or a study.
Okay. Roll for perception.
Okay. 1 success.
You keep walking to the house. At your left, there's a long hallway, and to your right, there's something that looks like a room, where the teeth are like where the jaw is completely shut down.
Okay. We'll try to enter the room.
You grab the eyeball, slowly moving it in a circular motion, almost sexual, as the door slowly releases its teeth. It's a tongue hangs from nowhere as you open the door. It's the most disturbing Ahegao face you have ever seen in your life. Like, imagine the upper part of a jaw, one eye, and a tongue hanging. And the other side of the door is like the door lock is the lower part of the jaw. Inside, you can see a small office. There is candles all over the place. There is boxes, large boxes. There is furniture made of human bones, still connected through nerve tissue. Some of it is already decaying. Some of it is already rotting. You can see a coffin, a proper coffin, in the middle of the room. The walls are slowly hanging downwards. Like like I said, it's already getting rotten. What do you do?
I tried to scour quickly through the documents and see if there's anything useful that I can find.
Roll perception plus investigate. You see that Jesse's opening the boxes, and as soon as he opens the boxes, dirt starts leaking into the ground.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Dirt. Like I said, soil.
Right. Also, no successes.
You don't find anything particular. Let me see if Jane finds anything.
Alright.
Jane starts looking around through the papers as she goes like, bingo, motherfuckers.
What did you find?
There's old documentation where he basically convinced mental patients to be in a movie.
Huh.
Yeah. The owner of the house got very famous a couple of years ago because the guy used to make snuff films.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have that. But, nothing pertaining to the documents that Strickland told me about. Okay. Did you say that there were scandals posted all over the walls or something?
No. No.
Candles?
Oh yeah, I mean candles made of human fingers and whatnot that slowly move sometimes. It's slowly twitch.
Okay. Right. Okay. If we don't find anything pertaining to that... Nothing at all. Okay. If that's the case, I'd like to see if we can explore the rest of the house. I want to leave this room.
You leave the room. As you can see, that there's another at the end. There's another room and a staircase that leads upwards. And there's also a staircase that leads downwards. Where do you go?
I'll check the closest room.
You open the room. Roll perception again.
Okay. 1 success.
A bloated figure with no arms, no legs. Their face is already spoiled and rotting. The jaws are completely exposed and the eyes are completely looking at you. The hair is falling downwards. As you can see, a naked human figure, a woman apparently, with male genitalia connected to her. There is it looks like it's a breeding room.
What?
Yeah, this is the type of shit that Shimishis do. As soon as you see that, Jesse just moves away, goes to the kitchen, and says, "Okay, we find what we need. I'm gonna fucking burst the fucking gas line, and we're gonna blow this fucking place up."
You know, I feel like I agree with you, but I'm not done looking yet. Okay, so we exit the room, and I want to go upstairs first.
You start going to the second floor, slow climbing as fast as you can. The staircases, sometimes you can hear them moaning. As you can tell that they're also made of flesh. Sometimes you can hear them crying like babies. There is 2 rooms.
2 rooms.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take the first one.
The first room is a long long room with a couple of cameras that are broken for you, but you can see. There's a blackboard. That's the only thing that looks normal. There's a couple of chairs. Also, some of them are like plastic foldable chairs. Some others are made of... there's one that looks like a throne made of human indecency. There's a couple of notes and contracts on top of the table. Old ones.
Okay. I want to check the document.
Roll intelligence plus investigation.
2 successes.
Okay. There are a mixture of guns and gun shipping.
What?
Signed by AV. I'm gonna write it down in the chat for you. There's also a list of prostitutes, like escorts and stuff like that. And some of them have the words "no family, no relatives." Others says optimal breeding conditions and stuff like that. Signed by hold on, GT. There's other documents, legal documents, that talk about this property, another property that's a studio, film and equipment. There's also a documentation signed by hold on, where I left the name. Hold on. Give me a moment. MAM. Documentation about shipments to San Francisco, documentation ordering shipments from Washington and Canada and Mexico to this part of town, and so on, involving large crates with dirt, with soil.
Huh.
Let me do a roll.
Okay. I want to keep all the documents.
There's one document that catches your eye. It says it's a list of names. It says G Gold.
Oh.
Innate. Hold on, G Gold.
Oh no.
That must be replaced with THC agent.
Oh. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. No. Oh.
And there's one name that the moment you see it, hold on, let me look for the name. Ah, shit, I'm looking for my books. Hold on. It's no. Where? Hold on. 1 second. Sorry, I'm looking for one name through my list.
Oh. Oh.
Those are some of the names you see.
Oh. Okay, I definitely keep this.
Okay.
Yeah. I keep all of them. I want to keep all these documents.
There's one more document that roll. Hold on. Intelligence plus occult, or plus politics, whichever is the highest.
Okay. Oh shoot. All right. Whew, 2 successes.
Hold on. 2 successes.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. 1 second. What's this rank? Oh, never mind. 1 second, be right back.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
I was looking for a particular thing that if you read it out loud, you're gonna lose your shit.
Okay.
What was the? Sorry, my Latin is a little bit rusty.
Hmm.
This was notes, cathedral. Sorry, I cannot. Sorry, it was. Sorry. Hold on. There.
Oh.
Please go ahead. Read out loud.
To all my Alright. To all my fellow Nodists, I declare the city of Los Angeles to contain heresy against our kind. The traitors of the Sabbat must be exterminated or forced to join the true Sabbat. I'll place our deacon to handle the matters with the Camarilla, and I'll assign the bishop to investigate the Quajin trade. I also wish to employ 2 packs and a deacon to search for the missing page of the Book of Nod. Handsome reward to anyone who finds this for crusade. In nomine Caine, et Patri, et Gladius, et Sanguinis Sanctis. We shall not allow another Transylvania to happen. Investigate the so-called Court of L.A., Archbishop of the Sabbath and Black Pope, Sasha Vicus.
Vicus is the head of the Sabbat.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
Like, if
Okay.
Vicus is interested in the city, there's something else going on. I will say that.
Right. Okay. So bishop to investigate the Quajin trade. So the missing page of the Book of Nod, as in the page that I have.
Yes.
Is okay. Okay.
If you ever need to negotiate with the Sabbath or with the Sabbath or with Vicus, you can. That's your token.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna keep this.
And if you ever want to turn, they can offer you certain achievements if you bring it in.
To Sabbat. Okay.
The question is,
right.
would Mia join the Sabbat, seeing what she has seen?
I doubt it. Though at the same time, there are a lot of frightening things happening in the city, but I don't think she would. Or rather, either way, let's get out of this room and...
Okay.
Wait.
Nani?
Yeah. Okay, let's get out of this room. I want to check the second one, just in case.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you enter, you see schematics. You see a completely dark room, devoid of any single light. It looks like a study from the Dark Ages.
A study from the Dark Ages?
Yeah.
Okay. I know it's dark, but can I try to investigate it somehow? I want to see if there's anything we can find.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Roll perception, please.
Okay. That's once a...
It's very hard to see, but there's something huge in the room. There's a couple of massive things in the room.
There's a couple of what?
As soon as Jesse flicks the light against it, you see the massive remains of a figure already decaying, already getting infected and covering in disease. You see about 16 eyes all in one ball. Human jaws of different types and sizes connected to one massive gaping mouth. Sexual organs with spikes in the middle of this beast. Parts of a female genitalia with tentacles hanging from it. Human arms twisted, bent inwards and outwards as the creature lies there dead already. Still dripping blood. Sometimes you can pretty much hear the something inside of it. One of its eyes moving, one of its fingers twitching, as it only screams, "Kill me!"
Oh my gosh.
It's about the size of an elephant, this thing, by the way.
Oh no, okay, so I can't do anything about it right now. I think Jesse is right. We'll just torch the place when we get out of here. Okay.
Jesse looks at that and moves back, saying, "What the fuck is this?" Jane looks at it, saying, "I don't. Where the fuck are we? This place is not like." When I think fucking shovelheads, I think, I don't know, overpowered guys with I don't know, bastards that can take more damage than normal, or that have claws or teeth, but what the fuck is this thing?
I turn to Jesse and I say, "What, you don't find it cute?" Alright, let's go downstairs.
As soon as Jesse turns his light to a side, you see a library inside the very own room.
11. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to see if there's anything I can check about the lever before I pull it.
About the leather? What do you mean?
The leather, yeah. Sorry. Did you say that a lever or?
No, there's a library. There's bookcases.
Oh, okay. Okay, I want to see if there's I want to quickly scan the books and see if there's anything useful that I can find.
There's a couple of books. Story of the Boy Boys. Legend and comprehension of the book. I mean, it's not like, for what you can see, it's more than books. It's just like notebooks with words like comprehension of the book of Nod. The paths to Golconda. It's a big text.
I want to grab them all.
Okay. There's also a couple of, there's other books, very old, incredibly old as well. Talking about Legends of the Inquisition, Tactics of the Camarilla. But as soon as you start grabbing them, you have this. It's not so big. It's about 16 pages long. What describes the different paths to Golconda.
Oh. Okay. I definitely take that. Can I read through it? Like scan it very quickly?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
So, you start checking it out very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
It basically denotes alternatives to human decency.
Oh.
That the best way to reach Golconda is to deny one's human nature.
Deny?
Mm-hmm.
seems a little bit counterintuitive, but okay. All right. I keep this text also, and I put it in my bag along with the others. All right. If we've investigated this room, the last place I'd like to check is the staircase going down.
You're checking the book, by the way, while you're going downwards. And for what you're reading, like some of the words are in a very old language, incredibly old, but speaks about the paths to Walconda. So some of the paths that are mentioned are hold on. No, this wouldn't be the path of Cain. The path of Catars. By the way, each one has a symbol. The path of Cain has a very I wouldn't say ironic, but imagine a very decayed corpse in a very medieval style, with his hands together as if he was praying, a hail over his head, and wings coming from his back. Bat wings. The path of Cataros depicts a female figure surrounded by humans, licking its toes, licking its fingers, and the figure just smiles. The path of the Wild Heart. You can see a vampire on its knees as the beast, a monster, slowly creeps out of its back, biting everything in sight. The Path of Bone, where you can see a priest-like figure, like an old Italian pope, made of bones. There's one path which the entire page is completely marked in the way this is forbidden, with words like "do not." This is forbidden. This is heresy to us.
What is it?
The path of Bahari.
Bahari?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
What else? There's one path that as soon as you turn the page, you see a human figure screaming with a monster pulling its face to the sides, separating the flesh from the bone, saying the path of metamorphosis, the true path of Shimishi. There's another image that says the path of nihilism, where you can see basically the tarot figure of the hermit, but instead of holding a lantern in his hand, it's a very medieval place of drawing, but he's holding he's holding blackness, like a ball of darkness in his hand that it slowly consumes everything. Those are some. Then you see another. No, this is not. No, this is illegal for them to have. Yeah, those are the paths that you find in the book. Like scanning them very quickly. As you guys run downstairs as fast as you can, you arrive to a large room. There's bullet holes in the walls for what you can see. As soon as Jesse turns on the lights, there's pipes with oil and drenched blood all over the place. You can tell that there was a fight in here.
Okay. Is there anything we can investigate in this room further?
Not that you can see. Like, there's small pipelines that connect to the sewers. It is known that Andrei tried to kill the Nosferatu, sending an army of monsters, of abortions created against God. But the neonates stopped them a long time ago.
Okay.
Andrei's been dead for about 2 or 3 years, possibly.
2 or 3 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. I turn to Jesse and Jane and say, I feel like we've seen everything that we need to. Unless you guys have anything else, let's torch the place and get out of here.
Jane looks at you saying, there's one problem, kiddo. If we torch this place, there's things that have their bones fused together. How the fuck? That's a massive bridge to the Masquerade.
Okay, we're going to leave them like this?
Oh, we can. Do you see that Jane just looks at you as she shrugs, saying, I mean, they're decaying already. They're getting rotten. They're rotting. They're gonna die eventually. So all we can do is leave this place and hope for them to die natural death, and hope nobody gets inside of this place.
Okay, let's get out of here.
You just start running away from the place, running away from the staircases. You can hear how something in the wall sounds like a baby crying. Sometimes you can hear the mutterings of voices begging you for death, for the sweet embrace of death. As you just get away from this place, walking as far away as possible.
I hope we never have to see anything like that again.
Sorry.
Okay.
Anyway.
If nothing else, okay, I turn to Jesse and Jane and I say, I owe you guys one. Thanks for coming with me.
Jane says, yeah, sure, whatever. As she just starts walking down the street. Jesse just looks at you, saying, are you gonna be okay?
I'm fine. I'm just a little bit tired. I could actually use something to eat right now.
Do you want to hunt? He asks you.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay. He just looks at you for one moment. He leans in closer to you as he just hugs you, trying to comfort you for a moment or two.
I hug him back.
He looks down at you, saying, you did well.
Thank you, and thanks for being there.
He just nods, turning off the lantern, saying, if I gotta tell the anarchs about this place, like, we gotta do something about it, but let's find food in the meantime.
Yeah.
So, you wanna hunt? Let me see if I have something here that could help. Nope, wrong book.
Yeah.
What do you do, sweetie? What's your plan? Where do you wish to hunt? You're in the middle of a place surrounded by rich people. Oh, shit. Is this the one? No, this is not the one. Close enough, but not the one. Sorry, I'm listening to you. I'm looking for a book here.
No worries. I was thinking that maybe it would be better to go somewhere downtown. Maybe somewhere where we'd be a little more inconspicuous if we were to hunt.
Okay. So...
We take the sewers.
In the map, where would you go? You are right now in North Hollywood.
Right now we're in North Hollywood. Okay.
Yeah. Oh shit. Sorry, I'm okay.
What's up?
No.
Okay.
I did something stupid and my finger got caught in between two books. Please don't tell me you're gonna draw the house.
Maybe.
Boy.
What would be the safest place right now, actually? Like, there's a number of Elysiums.
Oh, what the fuck is...
Where have we already been?
Hold on. Oh, shit. Give me one. Come on, motherfucker.
Are you okay there?
Yeah. I'm fighting my bookcase.
Okay.
This is from The Witcher. Sorry, Captain's log. I need to check through my book database and clean it up once in a while.
Okay.
Dude, if you saw the fucking library I had in here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Elysians of the Camarilla, or either?
Either one actually. Maybe at this point I'll turn to Jesse and I'll ask him, do you know anywhere where you're comfortable hunting?
I know a couple of places down south, very down south. How much blood points do you have left, by the way?
I spent one, right?
One to wake up, yeah, one, yeah. How much? So you start with 10. How many do you have left?
Yeah. I have 8.
You have 8. 8. Okay, so that's not as bad as I thought it would be. So you can hold on a little bit longer.
Yeah, I'm not starving.
Yeah. He looks at you saying, I might be able to find some place around here. Let me do some calls. He says as he walks away, taking his phone for a moment.
Alright.
In North Hollywood, you know that there's a stripper that's, no, wait, BV's and an arc. Yeah, the BVs, they have Abrams. So, while they're waiting, anything that you do? Anything in your mind?
Not particularly. I mean, I recently got out of that house.
Oh, yes.
And I have like a bunch of documents. I found out a lot of scary things.
Boopy. So, after a couple of minutes, he hangs up saying, okay, I have good news and bad news. Most of these parts already belong to one gang of anarchs. So if we try to hunt in their turf, they will give a shit.
Okay, I see.
So
probably not in this area then.
No.
Yes?
So either we go stealthily, or we try to cash in a favor with the local baroness.
At this moment, I'm not interested in putting myself in debt to anyone. Let's try to go stealthily if we can.
Okay. If they find out, we're fucked.
How fucked?
Very much so.
Does it have to be here? Okay.
We can leave this part. I don't know, but I don't know who's in bad news. And Studio City, I think Isaac Abrams is there. Sherman Oaks, I believe it's being fought by 2 gangs of anarchs of 3 people each. So that's not too bad. We could possibly fight them off if needed. But if we kill them against, we're fucked.
Okay. Alright. I would rather play it safe.
Okay, so... Or the other option is... Wait a minute. You're a Kami, aren't you?
I don't consider myself totally allied with anywhere.
Well,
but for the purposes of this conversation, you can call me that.
He just sighs as he turns away for a moment, muttering something to himself. But then he turns back to you, saying, okay, who's your sire?
It's Harold Tanner.
Okay, so he works for... Shit, he works for him. Okay. You could call your local regent to ask him where it's safe for you to hunt.
Hang on. Who's the regent of my particular area again?
Gary.
Right, it's Gary. Alright. I send a message to Gary asking him where it would be okay for me to hunt.
Hold on. Oh, found it! Okay.
What is it?
You will see. Hold on. Ah! Come on. Ah! You son of a bitch, my fingers! One moment. If you're happy and you know it, suck a dick. If you're happy and you know it, suck a dick. If you're happy and you know... Okay. And you really want to shove it? Okay, here we go. We're going to do something funny today. Do me a favor and roll 3d100.
3D100?
Yep. Separately.
Like this? Oh.
Okay, 32. Repeat that 32 again, please. So we have 32 and 90.
Okay. Wait, so what do you want me to do?
Roll 1d100, please. So we have 32 and 90.
Oh. Okay. 1d100. 100.
Shit. Okay. One moment. So,
okay.
Let me explain. B5 released a small book that allows you to randomly create a city.
Oh.
So Gary's gonna assign you a part of town that has the following.
Okay.
It's your hunting turf.
Oh.
It's gonna be 32. Hold on. Oh my god. Okay. He's handing you control over like a block.
Okay.
This block has a lawyer firm.
Uh-huh.
There's also, hold on, 90. 1 second. Cross your fingers, cross your souls. 90 is 88. What's the name of this type of places where they bring stolen cars and they cut it for parts? A chop chop?
Yeah, chop, yeah.
Roll again, please. I'm not giving you this. This is way too much. Trust me.
Why? What is it?
You don't want to know.
Okay, I got a 20.
20.
Yeah.
Oh, this is cool. Okay. So, listen carefully, sweetie. As the phone rings, you hear Gary saying, "Hello, you're reaching Gary Gold. Leave a message after the grunt." What do you want, kiddo?
Hello, sir. It's Mia. I was just wondering if there were any parts of town in which it would be safe for me to hunt.
Why didn't you ask for that before, little Mia?
Because mostly I was eating rats, sir. I apologize.
Emalia told me about the videos. You have done a good job for us, and I'll be good for you. I'm gonna assign you to... Let's see. I run most of North Hollywood. There's a small part of town. It's about 2 blocks big. Okay? That's gonna be your hunting territory. Listen up. Do you know what that means?
Sir.
Number 1. If you want to put a hooker in every single corner of that street, go ahead. If you wanna fucking turn everybody in that fucking corner of the street into your ghouls, go ahead. But what happens there is your problem. You have to deal with it. If strangers come to drink in your territory without your permission and break in the masquerade, that's your responsibility. You have to deal with it, okay?
Yes, sir.
Other than your old home, I'm assigning you a small street by North Hollywood. Let me do... Roll 2 more times, please.
The same?
Yeah. Where I left the book. Okay. Oh, hold on. I had a brain fart. Where I left the book? Shit! I had the book here in my lap. Where the fuck I left it? Oh, here it is. Okay. So listen. Number 1, I'm gonna give you a new background, okay? For this.
Okay.
Let me see what it is. No, it's already old. No. One moment, sweetie. But basically, this background tells that you have a small territory under your name, and you can do whatever you want with that territory. Okay. So now you can start becoming a business person within the vampire community, for the Camarilla, that is.
Alright.
Okay? So,
Yes.
this basically are your assets to a degree.
Alright.
Which is Dominion. Your Dominion is not very big, so it's gonna be a Dominion of 3. Okay?
Dominion of 3. Okay.
Yeah. So, what you have there is a law firm with next to it there's an indie cinema. It's the type of cinemas that show old movies all night, like the type of place where goth kids hang out.
Alright.
56 is, hold on, it also has a couple of houses. It has a library, a normal library.
Okay.
Think about not anything too fancy. It's not like an occult library. It's like your Barnes and Nobles, that sort of deal.
Sure. Okay.
56 and 50. Please roll again. This shit is too much.
Okay. 96.
96.
Why? What am I getting?
Okay. A pawn shop. A pawn shop.
A pawn shop. Okay.
Yeah. All that is on a couple of apartment buildings are under your control.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's in a place called St. Marcus Street.
St. Marcus Street. Okay.
Yeah. So everything in that block belongs to you.
Alright.
Okay. Let me see if I can give you something extra that could help you if you want to. Do you see Mia going more for diplomacy or not?
Yes, I do see her going more for diplomacy.
Okay.
What's the alternative?
I mean, as a player, you can go different ways, but most Camarilla play diplomacy.
Yeah.
By any chance did you saw Castlevania, the new season?
No, I haven't.
Okay, dude. I'm looking forward to this. When are you planning to watch Castlevania?
Well, I don't know. Anton is encouraging me to go watch it, so I'll probably do that sometime soon. Why?
I dare you. Watch Castlevania and tell me to which clan each character belongs to. I mean, each vampire belongs to.
Okay. Alright.
Give me a second. So, I'm asking you how diplomatic you want to go, so I can give you a place that you could use as an Elysium.
I think for the most part I'd like to be diplomatic, yes.
Okay.
Oh, it's a support raid.
Ooh! Hey, Grudge Couch! How you guys doing? Hey!
Hello.
Batman is better. Hold on. You're saying Batman is better? Well, I have to say. Okay, and I'm giving you a small art gallery next to it. So if you ever need to meet up with people, or you can borrow it to the Camarilla so they can do their social parties there.
Okay, wait, a small what?
Night gallery.
The fun with
Okay.
Reaper! Okay, hold on. Reaper, since you donated, you have one. You can either pick, dude. Mia and her next rolls. Does she re-rolls, or I draw a card from the random event cards? Yeah, guys, I kind of took the idea from you, but I'm using the deck from Bumper the Masquerade from Eternal Struggle. So,
Thank
Mia,
you.
anything in that territory?
Yes.
If you want to kill every single human that lives there, that's up to you.
I'd rather not, but for tonight, let's just go hunting, I suppose.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I think
What's your plan?
I have a feeling it would be nice to check out the indie cinema and see if there are any stragglers around.
English isn't my first language. What's a straggler?
Just like somebody who's like wandering around alone.
Oh!
Behind. Yeah.
Dude, it's Hollywood. It's full with hipsters.
Okay.
Eat a hipster. Eat a hipster. Eat a hipster.
Okay.
Oh, random card. Okay. I'm gonna grab the first deck that I can find, okay? Eat them hipsters. Oh, that reminds me. Ooh, okay, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be very
What is
fun.
it?
Grim, you're a genius. So, as you start walking, do you take the road through the sewers with the trailer? Okay. As you lift again the manhole and you drag yourself into the underground, you're followed by this guy.
Yeah.
Jesse's right behind you. Jane went to do her own thing. Remember, Malkavians.
Right.
You can't really trust them. As you're walking through the subways, to the tubes. Ooh, hello! Welcome to the... Welcome. So, as you're walking through the different pipelines, you sometimes can see the subway moving. Suddenly, between the lights, you see a large graffiti with the words, "Eat the rich." But there's something strange about it. As soon as Jesse looks at it, goes like, "Yeah, she did it!"
Who's that?
Somebody I have to introduce you. There's an old anarch in the city, back from the 80s. She's a graffiti artist. I think we call her Spooks, or Spooky. She sprinkles everything with blood, he says, as he keeps guiding you through the subways. As you suddenly reach to one manhole, you pull it up slightly as you are behind in the back alleys of this place. As soon as you crawl out, you can hear coughs. You can see homeless people sleeping behind the trash cans. Darkness all over the place. The silhouette of the antennas on top of the rooftops that resemble crosses. Sometimes you can hear cats meowing as there is graffiti all over the place. The walls are completely covered in old papers. Words like Misfits Live, MAGA, Skinheads for Life, or things that say, do you want a good time? Call something something. Dude, Spooky made her a character for the game, so yeah, she's a plain anarch sort of.
Oh.
In the back, between the back alleys, you can see staircases that lead to the homes. Outside, you can see sometimes one or two cars as Jesse's just looking around, sniffing the air for a moment or two. What do you do, sweetie?
Would it be... Maybe we can try and sneak into one of the apartment buildings?
Okay, roll dexterity plus athletics. First off.
Okay.
And Desert, in the chat, what clans and what alliance? Roll?
Yeah, give me a moment.
Yeah.
There we go. One success.
As you start climbing upwards, upstairs, you can see that the shadows cover over your back. Jesse's downstairs as he's just keeping an eye out in case something bad happens. Inside you can see figures. Some of them are sleeping, some others are watching TV, some others are moaning as the walls are being pounded by sacks. And you know this place is yours. Your long nails, your long claws slowly grabbing to the corner of the window, pulling it up. You feel a thrill running through your heart. The hunger peaking, the need to feed, as the saliva for the longest time start gathering in your mouth. And for a moment or two you feel like a children on Christmas. What do you do?
If I can see any sleeping figures, I would prefer to feed on them. Can I sneak into one of the apartment rooms?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's do that.
Plus athletics. Remember, you can activate obfuscate whenever you want.
Yeah, I'd like to do that. Wait, dexterity plus athletics, you say?
Plus stealth.
Oh, okay.
I'm giving you a +2. That means 2 extra dice. Yeah. Let me see.
Okay. 1, 2, 3 successes.
Okay. There's a couple of figures lying by a computer. They're asleep. They're just watching something YouTube on Twitch. For what you can see, it's a group of guys rolling dice, playing something called Drunkest and Dragons, as they laugh, and some of them are drawing cards. But they're asleep. Big odds or evens. This is gonna be interesting.
Odds?
There's something smoking from the fingers of one of them, but you don't pay much attention. The guy is just asleep, and his girlfriend is like cuddling against his chest. He shakes a little bit, moving, allowing you a full view of his veins, of his neck, of his carotid arteries. Do you go for the bite?
What? But they're awake.
No, they're asleep. They're asleep.
Oh, okay, they're asleep. Maybe I should text Jesse to come up, or...
It's up to you.
Yeah, alright. I'll text him and tell him, hey, I found one, come on up. And then I go for the bite.
Roll for self-control.
Okay. Oh no. 1 success.
Hey, TT. Gangrel and Narc, Independent or Camarilla? You suddenly feel your teeth sink into his throat, biting slowly as your sharp fangs are exposed. The blood dripping to your mouth as the sweet taste. But there's something different. There's something
What is it?
strange. Roll for willpower, please.
Willpower?
Yeah.
What? That's how many points I have in willpower.
The big pool. You have 3 in willpower, so that means roll 3.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
You try to hold yourself as suddenly you start feeling very lightheaded. His blood has a weird scent, a weird taste. And then you remember it. And you notice the little detail. He doesn't have a cigarette on his fingers. He has a joint. You're tasting the marijuana on his blood, and oh my god, all those fucking years you spent in rehab, and this is the best sensation in the world. You feel more alive than ever. You feel like...
Oh my god.
You feel like you're so much in control, like humanity's nothing in front of you. A taste, oh my god. You finish biting him, but you're licking your lips. You're drunk in the pleasure and the lust and the need of consuming him again and again and again and keeping him to yourself. But then you remember, this is your home. As long as they get high, you get high. Jesse goes up as he sees you. Describe me how is Mia right now after drinking that. If blood is already a drug, what type of ecstasy runs through her veins?
Oh my gosh, I imagine that she's feeling really lightheaded, and she's actually trembling from feeling the sensation for the first time in a really long while. And when she sees Jesse, she feels very unsteady, and she'll probably try to get up to meet him, but she can't.
Okay. He looks at you. He looks a little bit serious, but not angry. He just looks at you saying, like, he approaches you, caressing your cheek, asking you, are you okay, babe?
Don't call me that. I think I'm fine. This human is, I think he's high.
Oh, that's the
best.
best.
Are you hungry?
Yeah. Don't worry about it. He says as he leans closer to his partner. His teeth slowly, his jawline opening. I'm gonna post a picture of your character in the thingy so they can see how is your character right now. Hold on. His jawline opening as he suddenly takes a bite, like biting off an apple. That's the first thing you imagine. The munch of the apple being slowly bitten. As he just takes a long bite, slowly drinking the blood as he licks the wound. Afterwards, enjoying the pleasure running through his veins as he looks at you for a moment, and you can hear the inhuman growl escaping from the back of his throat. A sort of... He just looks at you going like, oh man, I think... Oh, they were really fucking high. Yeah. Anyways, this is your home now. We should, I don't know, clean up the upper floors. Maybe make yourself a room in here.
That would be good.
Let's look for...
You know what? I was gonna say it would be nice to not live in the sewers. But yeah. Go on.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm looking for... By the way, do me a solid. Post me in art your profile picture that you made for Mia, so I can post it in the Roll20.
Alright. Hang on. Where do you want me to send it through?
Oh, found it. Which one do you want me to post? The one with her bloody hands, or the normal one without her bloody hands?
Which one do you like?
I think the bloody hands is more iconic.
Alright, yeah.
Okay. Guys, this was made by this player. I'm gonna post it here. Like I said, this player is Osh Red Art. She's a very talented artist.
Thank you, Joe.
Dude, you're fucking amazing. Hold on. Okay, that's Mia's character. Antonio Marquez. Fala pouquinho. Eu falo muito pouquinho. I speak a little bit of Portuguese since I'm South American. I kind of understand it. Sorry, somebody was asking me if I speak Portuguese. Portuguese. Fala. Pouco. Fala. So, what? You start going upstairs looking for an empty apartment, right? Roll perception plus alert to see if you can hear any apartment with sounds inside.
That's one success.
After like 20-25 minutes, you notice there's only one on the upper floor, in the highest floor of the building. The door is completely closed at the moment, but you see that Jesse goes outside. He climbs the stairs from the outside and goes inside the apartment.
Okay.
He opens the front door for you, saying, "Okay, there's good news and bad news."
What's the bad news?
As soon as you enter, there's a ripe smell, very similar to the one of the house of the Simishi, but not quite.
Oh no. Okay.
The apartment is fully furnished. It has blinders all over the place. The TV's off. The kitchen looks it looks like a mess. Like there's a lot of fucking dishes stacked up very high up. There's a radio. There's a small computer even. Yeah, Antonio, no te preocupes. No te preocupes. As you start looking through the place, you see that there's one big bedroom, one living room, one kitchen. The kitchen has a small room that leads to a balcony where you can see the street, and it also has a washing machine. And then as soon as you enter the bathroom, you see the figure, a woman, blonde, her eyes sunk to the back of her skull, naked as the blood fills the bathtub. She's been dead for, I don't know, 2-3 days maybe, based on how bloated she looks like.
Oh man.
Jesse looks at you, and in a very detached way, almost like a joke, he just nudges you in the shoulder saying, "Free real estate, huh?"
Alright. I'm probably gonna ask... I mean, like, later when they're not busy, I'm probably gonna ask Lil Ricky to see if he can clean this up for me. But can I check around the apartment to see if there's any evidence that this woman might have people who would be looking for her?
Roll perception plus investigate. Write down in my notebook.
2 successes.
You start looking around, and after like 20 minutes, you see a picture of her with other guys, with a small group of people. By the bathtub, she left a note.
Oh.
Her name is Dakota. Dakota. Guys, give me a last name. In the chat. But you see, her bloated body in the tub. She has a. The letter basically says that she was tired of the depression. The meds were only making her feel worse. She knows that the situation with her life wasn't going the best, and this was the best for everything. Please don't blame me for doing this. Dakota.
So can I infer that nobody's gonna be looking for her, or?
Nobody has yet.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, I'll take the apartment.
You see that Jesse tells you that he's gonna go and see if he can steal some shit from a supply store, so he can cover the window, so he can board up the place. Thank you, TT.
Okay.
Dakota knows. Okay. What do you do?
No, I want to go with him. I want to make sure that it's gonna be okay.
As soon as you guys start going downstairs, tell me.
No, go ahead, please.
You guys start going downstairs. You cover yourself as best as you can. Do you know? Oh, hold on. Jessie hands you her keys, so you can go inside the building in a more normal way.
Right.
As soon as you get outside, you start looking for a store. Roll perception plus alert.
2 successes.
You start walking through the same alleyway where you came in, as suddenly you notice a figure looking around, like waiting. You see that Jesse looks at you, puts your hand in your deformed shoulder, and he goes, "Fuck, hold on. I'll teach you how to handle this." Yo, what's up, man? The other guy just looks at him, not blinking, saying, "Not much. Free state, you know." "Yeah, no, dude. This place is scammy now." "What?" "This entire block is scammy." "So what, man? I'm hungry." "Unless you want to deal with the fucking cammies, I wouldn't hunt here." "Right, babe?" he says, looking at you.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this area belongs to me now.
You see the guy just looks at you walking in the closest in. "Is that so, huh?" Looking down at you. It's a very beefy guy. Looks Hispanic, saying, "So, this is your hunting ground, huh?"
Yes, actually.
Would be an accident if this place got fired, don't you think? As soon as he says that, you see that Jesse just grabs him by the collarbone. Like, "Hey. Fucking cammies." He says as he just walks away from the place. You see that Jesse looks at you saying, "Okay, let's go get the things. And also, I think you need to make your own graffiti to mark this place as yours, so other vampires know that this place belongs to you."
You think you can make a mark for me?
I mean, I want it to be your design. I want it to be special for you. This says as he starts walking with you in the middle of the night.
Alright, I'll think about it. Okay. Mm, do we break into a supply store?
He started walking toward a hardware store. As you can tell, it's completely closed down. He just looks at you, saying, "Okay, by any chance, do you have superhuman strength?"
To some extent, but not more than any.
Shit. Okay, we'll have to go through the back, he says. As soon as you guys start going through the back, this is outside your territory, by the way.
This is outside?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is like a block or two from your territory.
Okay.
You guys go through the back as... hold on. As soon as you go into the back, you start making your way to the back, to the emergency exit, to the alleyways. You see that Jesse just looks at the knob as he tells you, okay, I'm gonna teach you one thing. How much potency do you have, by the way? Like outside.
I have 1 point in potence.
Okay, and how much strength do you have?
Strength. I have 1 point in strength.
Okay, that wouldn't be very useful. You see that he looks at you. The blood of his face starts running. His eyes go red as he takes a couple of steps back and rushes to the door, trying to kick it out. He just kicks the doorknob and it goes inwards. As you can tell that the muscles of his leg are completely stiff and they slowly relax. He just shakes his head, saying, "Okay, you can run your blood to make yourself a little bit stronger sometimes."
Okay.
As you guys walk inside this hardware store, you see very big pieces of wood and other stuff to cover the windows.
Okay.
It takes you like an hour to ransack the place. It's not enough to cover every single window in the main apartment, but what matters is that the living room, the dormitory is gonna be covered.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. Alright.
As you guys start...
Yeah, go ahead, please.
As you guys start taking the stuff, it takes you a little bit since you didn't took a car or anything. So both of you are walking on the streets. You're trying to hide your fingers the best way you can. But it's very late at night. It's around 5, almost 6. The sky is slowly degrading to a more greenish tone as you're starting to yawn under your medical mask. I'm gonna do me a dexterity roll to see how much complications you guys had with holy shit, it's just an idiot.
Dexterity roll.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I failed.
The pieces of wood slide downstairs very quickly as he tries to grab them back. People are starting to shout, "Shut the fuck up!"
Joe!
After like an hour, like 5 minutes, he managed to grab the large pieces of wood and rushes to your apartment with the keys.
Okay.
You guys get inside. You close down. The good thing is that the door has a lot of security, a lot of little things to keep it closed. As soon as you close the apartment, you see that Jesse looks around for a hammer or something to block the windows. What do you do?
I help search with him to see if there are any tools around.
Roll perception plus roll perception plus investigate or plus crafts to see if you can find something.
Okay. Oh, that's 3 successes.
Dude, you find in the kitchen under the sink. You find oddly enough, you find a big box with different tools.
Okay, great.
After a little bit, after like an hour or so, you guys start hammering against the walls as fast as you can as the sun starts breaking down.
Oh shit.
He You guys managed to finish blocking the windows as his cell phone starts ringing, like with not a normal like text messages, but like an alarm. He turns it off.
Oh.
Saying, "Oh shit!
What is it?"
Oh, it's just that. I always set my cell phone to tell me how much till the sun comes up. So, he looks at you saying,
I mean, you can stay here.
Yeah, sure. I'll sleep in the floor if you're okay with that.
I mean, you don't have to.
Is this a booty call now?
I didn't say that either. I'm just saying you don't have to sleep on the floor.
He just lies on the bed next to you for a moment, looking at you. What do you do?
I tell him not to look at me like that.
He just leans closer. Do you still have the medical mask on or not?
No, I've taken it off.
He just leans closer, holding caressing your cheek and kissing your fangs for a moment, saying, "Shut up. You're cute when you go tsundere." As he slowly starts fading to the darkness, into the light, as well as you. The next night, both of you wake up pretty much at the same time. You notice that his body was completely still, yours too. Vampires don't move during daytime. What do you do?
Are we hungry? We shouldn't be that hungry, right?
He's spending one blood. I mean, both of you need to spend one blood point to wake up.
Right.
The good thing, for as morbid as it is, the shower is full of blood.
Ugh,
because that girl killed herself, so you can drink blood and water.
Right. Okay. That seems kind of disgusting, but I guess in a pinch it will do. However, if we're not particularly hungry yet, I want to stave that off.
Yeah. Okay. So, what do you do?
I actually had plans because, remember there was a copy of a map that we wanted to get from Beckett?
Yeah.
Where is he again? In which area?
He is, according to this map, hold on. He is around, the Pacific Palisades, and you guys are in North Hollywood.
Right. It's kind of a long trip.
By the way, it's very early in the night, so you can go out, but there's, I mean, you have to wait like an hour or so the sun completely goes down. It's like that hour of the night where if you look out, if you look the sky, it looks orange, going slowly darker. So it's around, I'd say, guys, hey, guys in the chat, since most of you are in Cali, I believe, in the California area, around what time does the sun start going down up there? 6 or 8? I'm gonna wait for the guys in the chat to reply.
Okay. There's actually something I wanted to ask Jesse. He mentioned that he was part of a coterie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to ask him more about them. Like, what are they like? What do they do?
Jesse just looks at you as he's like stretching out, drinking some of the stale blood water, telling you, "Oh, it's just me, Jess, and another chick. Oh, and Cassidy, then Nosferatu.
Okay.
Which is 5 other guys around the other part of town. We are mostly a combat-based anarch group. Oh, and there's Spooky, but she's not part of the coterie. She's like our sister, in a sense.
Okay.
Like, we say sister and brothers because we were embraced in the same area by guys who already knew each other.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
And what do you mean when you say that you're combat-based?
Okay, so I'm the muscle. Jane is also the brawl. I mean, she's the brains of the operation.
Mm-hmm.
Cassidy is the informant.
Mm-hmm.
And hold on, one moment.
Mm-hmm.
And Monica, she's the magic side.
Mm-hmm.
So we like hold the south in case something happens. Like we fight other Anar gangs and whatnot. We are not very friendly to each other.
I see. And there was a temporary ceasefire, like a treaty for alliances to be made between like different factions. Do you feel that the people in your coterie would be okay with that?
I mean, you have to speak to Jessie. She's the Baroness in our area. Just like you're the regent in this little part.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the problem is that, let me put it like this. I can help you, like, break someone's arm to force them to sign this shit, but not everybody's gonna like it.
I mean, I understand. It's just that, yeah, I feel at this point there are things that are a little bit bigger than us. You know what I mean?
Such as my love for you, he says, teasing you as he opens his bag looking for his graffiti shit. What?
Alright. I'm trying to think. Like, I have a lot of documents in my possession now that I could technically make use of, but I'm not sure who to tell about all these. Wait. I want to send a message to Gary Gold and ask him if he knew that the Shimichi Andre actually had him on a list of people to be terminated.
Well, you could either go see him or call him. It's your call, he says as he starts looking around in the house for tools.
Why is he looking for tools?
I don't know. What do you do?
Okay, I quickly place a call to Gary Gold.
Isn't my favorite bastard, the little regent of the north. What can I do for the child of my child?
Sir, I feel as though this time I have something I need to do for you. Were you aware that you were on a list of people to be terminated? And this list belonged to the Shimichi Andre.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, what?
I broke into the house of Andre, and I found your name on a list of people to be terminated.
The neonate never told us about that. This is an interesting turn of the events.
Who is it exactly that got rid of Andre?
We called him the neonate, but doesn't matter anymore. Look. Tell me, how's the situation in Andre's home?
It's a hellhole. There are, I can't even describe it. He left his house alive, like living covered in the flesh of humans. They may be dying soon, and we decided not to torch the place as in fear of breaching the Masquerade, but it's still alive.
You know what this means?
No, what does it mean?
It means we need to get a lawyer pronto to buy that property. Yeah, to buy that property and make sure nobody goes inside. I think I'll have to do some calls. Thank you for informing me. Little problems.
Wait, sir. There's actually a law firm in the area that you've given me. Perhaps I could take care of it?
Do you understand that if you do that, I'll have to owe you a favor?
It would be the least I can do.
I like your guts. I, Gary Gold, Prince of Hollywood, self-declared regent of the undergrounds, allow you, Mia, what is it, Amelia Chan? I always forget your name.
No, don't call me that. It's Mia.
I allow you, Mia, to have a ghoul.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, and I'll make some calls to send you a little gift.
Thank you.
You can feel free to turn your gift into a ghoul if you wish.
Thank you so much.
I want to ask you one thing. This is important. I've been told that you've been spotted with an anarch. You see that?
Yes.
While he's saying that, you see that Jesse peeks through a door, like looking at you, holding a large piece of like box cart and a box cutter with a pencil.
Mm-hmm.
He like points at it to make a stencil for you.
Mm-hmm.
He just looks at you as he mutters the words, "I like you." You can hear Gary saying in your ear, "I don't care if you have fucked him or not. I don't care if he has feelings for you or not. Keep an eye close on him. And if you feel the necessity to dispatch him, do so promptly, my little assassin. I want to know what the anarchs are planning. So do what you have to do to get close to him and to his little coterie. Maybe that way we'll get to Salvador Garcia."
I was planning to keep an eye on him regardless.
I have certain interests. For now on, our official position is we are neutral in the conflict until we have reinforcements from the Camarilla.
Understood.
But if you do your work properly, how would you like to become the Baroness of North and South? Of Hollywood. I'm talking to Robin Koch to deal with the anarch problem, and if you do well, and I become prince of this shithole, I'll allow you to have whatever dominion you wish.
I'll certainly consider it.
Good. Do whatever you have to do. Fuck him if you have to, feed him your blood and turn him into your slave. I don't fucking care. Just keep him like your little puppy nearby until he can lead us to the leaders of the anarchs. And then we'll kill them.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and I have some news. Your sire is talking to us through ShrekNet. You should log in sometime. Imalia told me that you texted her, so he can triangulate your position and figure out your username. He's alive for now. He only hangs up. Now you know that the Nosferatu are supporting Robin Koch and he wants to kill every anarch in the city.
Oh no, okay. That's not good. Alright. There's a lot of things to do.
Yep. What will you do, Nosferatu?
Well, I have a small checklist. At this point, the fastest thing that I can do right now would be to talk to that lawyer and see if we can obtain the papers to Andre's mansion. get that thing off the face of the earth.
For that, you need to turn a lawyer into your ghoul.
Right. Okay. And Gary said he'd be sending me a gift. Would that be the same lawyer, or would I have to
You
wait
don't know.
and see? Okay. I don't trust Strickland.
Really? Why?
Because it was too easy.
Still, remember, he's in the kill list of the Sabbat.
Yeah, that's right. Well, if that's the case.
What will you do, young neonate? You see it, Jesse sits nearby, in front of the couch, starting to trying to draw like the base for a stencil. What do you do?
I walk up to him and say, there are some things that I need to take care of. But if you want to use this place, it's a safe place for you too.
He just looks at you saying, thank you.
Okay, I think I'd actually like to talk to the lawyer and see where that goes.
Okay. So you need to find him. A couple of minutes later, your phone rings as you get a private message through the ShrekNet.
Okay, right.
It's from that user.
Oh. What does the message say?
Says, hold on.
Oh, I see. Jeremy Knowles in a lower apartment, 237. Focus on drugs. It'd be a shame if his partners in his law firm found out, wouldn't it? I see. I sent her a message. I sent her a message saying that I owe her one.
Okay.
Alright. And hang on. Is this apartment in my area? Is it in my territory?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, if that's the case, I immediately go over to the apartment stealthily.
Okay, the exercise was stealth.
Okay.
Where was the flashlight? Okay, here it is. Flashlight.
5.
Okay, here we go.
2 successes. Are you still okay, by the way, Joe? Like, it must be late.
It's 3 a.m., but I'm okay.
Okay.
Remember, I don't sleep much. So, you start moving through. You go to the rooftop of the building as stealthy as possible. Downstairs you can see lines of lights of cars that move back and forth. You jump quickly to the between rooftops, hoping nobody sees you. Roll Dexterity plus Athletics to jump to parkour your way. Jesse's making you a stencil, so I will say this out of character. If you want to design your characters like graffiti art, go ahead. Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking of it. Okay.
Something that is subtle. Let's see you do that.
All right. Dexterity plus athletics. 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay. You jump very quickly from one rooftop to the next. As soon as you hit the rooftop, you can see how the pigeons start flying all over the place. What do you do?
Okay. Can I immediately go down into the apartment?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, all right. I make my way as quickly as I can. If I can like use my office gate at this moment, I would.
Okay.
To get into the apartment of Jeremy Knowles.
Dexterity plus stealth.
Okay, 3 successes.
Okay. As you start going down through the staircase, sometimes you stop as you see the silhouette of people going inside and outside of the building. This building looks a little bit better than where you're currently living. Now, your phone rings as you get a message from Gary saying, "Remember to feed him a lot of blood, at least at least 3 times within a span of a few days."
Okay.
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 Remember, he can try to fight you off at first.
All right.
Okay. So. So.
Have I made my way into the apartment?
You make your way through the walls like an insect against the wall of the apartment. Inside of the apartment, it's a very big apartment. The man is older, must be on his 60s. You can see him talking to the phone. Roll perception if you want.
Okay. 1 success.
You can hear his muffled voice as he talks to the phone, saying, "Yeah, I got it. Okay." He hangs up as you see him making a long line of cocaine, snorting as he just relaxes and then starts looking at some documents. Do you open the window behind him?
Yes, I'll take the window.
Dexterity plus stealth.
Okay. Okay. 4 successes.
Your nails sink under the window frame, slowly pulling upwards. The guy just takes another cigarette. He puts it on his lips, tries to light it up, but the wind slowly blows. He doesn't notice the lighter flickering as your shadow slowly creeps behind him. The only thing that is illuminating the room is a small lamp and against a bunch of documents. How are you gonna approach it? How are you gonna offer it? Are you gonna force him to? Are you gonna attack him? What's your plan? Or are you gonna offer him?
I use office gate and sneak up behind him. And I grab his neck from behind. Okay. And I whisper into his ear. Be quiet. If you want to live, don't move, don't say anything. And if you do this, you will be rewarded.
Teeth.
Yes?
Jaws that... No. Teeth. Jaws that move. A lanky tongue that moves from side to side. The teeth of a predator. The jaws of a fucking shark. With the hundreds of teeth that scream little piranhas. The foul fingers wrapping around his neck like a toy. His voice muffled as you can feel the cold and bitter sweat against your fingertips. His body shaking as the puddle of piss forms in his pants. He tries to speak, but you are squeezing so tight that you can control the flow of the air going in and out of his lips. What do you do?
I loosen my hold on his neck, but my fingers are still placed there.
Okay.
And I want to make sure that he can see me. But at the same time, I try to soften my expression. And I tell him, one more time, don't say anything. And I'm going to make sure that you don't regret it.
He starts turning around. Roll perception plus alert.
Okay. Perception. Where? 5d8. 3 successes.
You see him reaching for his pen as he looks at you. He's too shocked as he sees you against the darkness. The lamp fell into the ground as it from the floor aims upwards at you, at your massive figure towering above him. He looks at you as if you were the biggest nightmare creature ever. With one motion, perhaps instinct or perhaps stupidity, he tries to stab you with his pen. What do you do?
My other hand, I'll take it. My hands are bigger than his. I'll try to grab both his hands in my one hand.
Dexterity plus brawl, and you have a +3 because the guy is scared. He's in a chair, and you can see that coming. Yeah.
Okay, so dexterity plus brawl and
on 3 more, yeah.
Plus 3 more. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, 1, 2, 3 successes.
You bitch slap the pen out of his hand as he just looks at you like you were a nightmare in the shape of man. Your fingers grabbing around both of his hands as he tries to scream, but the fear runs rampant through his veins. The terror on his eyes. What do you do?
I have one hand on his neck, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab...
Oh. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hello? Hold on. Sorry. I made a mistake. By accident, I kicked my wires, so I lost audio. What you were saying? Hush? Hold on, 1 second. Hold on. Hello, can you hear me?
Hey.
Sorry.
Yeah, I can hear you. You got me?
Yeah. Guys in the chat, can you hear me? Hold on. I accidentally kicked my wires, and sometimes I lose audio because of that.
Hey.
Sorry.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. This seems going so far so good. What you were saying?
Okay, wait. So in order to turn him into a bull, all I really have to do is...
Feed him your blood. For that you spend 3 blood points. But you need to do that ongoingly.
Okay.
Like in the span of a week, you need to feed him 9 points of blood. Like 3 now,
Okay.
other day, other 3, and so on.
Okay. Okay, I'll try it another way. What I'm going to do is I have one hand on his neck, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to use it to gently... But I'm stronger than him, so I'm going to just pin him down onto the floor, and I'm going to sit on top of him. And I'm going to tell him... I have inside information that you work at a law firm and that you might not want them to know that you have some really terrible habits. It would be a shame if they found out. Nod your head if you understand.
He just nods once, slowly.
Alright. And I'm assuming that you would very much like to be in a position in which you can continue your lifestyle. Is that right?
He just slowly nods.
And you'll do anything to stay in this position?
He just looks at you and nods again.
Okay.
Please don't
if that's
kill me.
the case, I'm not going to kill you. It's going to be much better. I take my hand and I gently open his jaw. I bite my own tongue and I drip the blood into his mouth. And I say, drink.
Spend 3 blood points.
Okay. Okay. I have 6 left.
It's not just a dripping. It's not just one little drip. It's a long load. It's like you're choking him on your saliva.
Mm-hmm.
For one moment, just for one moment, you start having flashbacks of those times where the producers made you swallow this large amounts of, you know what I mean. He starts. At first, he tries to spit it out as if he was choking your vile saliva in the blood. But after a couple of moments, the eyes of his eyes start rolling against the back of his head, stopping, and actually swallowing, on and on. As you can see, his bones is slowly rearranging, his eyes shaking from when as he rips his glasses off, tossing them away. As for a couple of moments, he's just completely in ecstasy, to the point that he falls backwards and lies there unconscious.
Alright. How long does this take?
What do you mean? For him to become a full ghoul?
Yeah, actually.
It takes like a week. So,
alright.
Like, you need to feed him, like, in a day or two, you need to come back and feed him blood again.
Alright. Is he going to remain unconscious this entire time?
The first time, yes.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. If that's the case, it's okay to leave him here.
Yeah.
Alright.
He will remember whatever he wants to remember.
Alright. Okay. So at least that's the lawyer taken care of for now.
Do an intelligence roll to see if I can give you a hint. So what you can do. Yeah.
Alright. Okay, 1 success.
The shock of drinking blood is so powerful that first he might believe he's high on some kind of drug. Mm-hmm. So he might not believe you the next time you come see him. Do you want to take a souvenir?
Yeah, that would be good.
What do you think?
Perhaps I can take both his glasses and his pen.
Okay. Mm-hmm. You take them as you drag yourself away into the darkness once more. Where do you go?
Okay. How far away is the librarian actually?
He's in downtown. He is around that should be around West Los Angeles, and you're in North Hollywood. You can. It's very early, so you can still take the subway. But also, you already spent 4 blood points.
Right. Huh.
So you have about 6 left, I believe.
Okay. What would it... All right. If that's the case, I'd actually like to move to another apartment and see if there's anyone I can feed on.
Sure. Do me dexterity plus stealth roll.
Okay. 2 successes.
2 successes.
Yeah.
You sing to one of the other apartments in the block. There's one guy. You can see him. You see him. He has his back against you. He's watching TV. Do you grab him Do you grab him out of thin air, or how do you do it?
He's watching TV.
Yeah. He's not paying attention to you.
Feels a little bit risky. Can I try somewhere else?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll do that.
You climb through the walls again, like you did the first time, moving quickly to another window. You see a guy who already arrived from work, like he's removing his jacket and stuff like that.
Okay, alright, I use Obfuscate, and I move into the room right behind him. And I stealthily attack him from behind.
Roll for self-control.
Okay. Okay, 2 successes.
You control yourself as the rage runs through your veins rampant. You slowly jump behind him as your teeth sink into his neck, biting and dripping within, drinking and consuming, as you can feel the urge, the pleasure rolling through your veins, the growl growing from your stomach as you feed on him. But even as far as no, it doesn't matter how much you feed. To the end, you're never fully satisfied. You recover your points.
Okay, what? All of them?
Your blood, yeah. If you want to consume him, if you want to consume it all. Remember, a human has 10, so with that you'll be around. You'll be safe. He won't be dead.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. I'm actually not sure what I'd like to do next. Strickland, the librarian. Alright. If that's the case, I'd like to take the subway, the sewers, I'll take the underground, and I'll make my way to Hollywood.
Okay, you start walking down the streets, covering the best you can. Jesse sends you a text message saying, "Can I ask you something stupid?"
I text him back saying, "Go ahead."
What's your shirt size and what's your bra size?
Why do you ask?
Well, because you've been wearing the same shit for for a couple of days, so I'm checking if this Humi has anything that you can wear.
Okay. I actually prefer wearing large shirts, but if there's a bra size in like 36A, 36, 32, something like that. You know what? I'll look for it myself. Thanks for telling me. Goodbye.
You just hang out. I mean, you just ignore the text messages.
Yes.
As if you could blush, you would be blushing right now.
All right. Subway.
As you're in the subway, it's as soon as you just start walking inside, as people are mostly leaving, most of them just pass you by, ignoring you.
Okay.
You get inside the car as there's only like 5 people as the train starts moving back and forth, rocking. After like half an hour, after like 20-30 minutes, with your own hoodie on, the wig that you usually carry, your hands stuck into the main pocket so nobody can tell your giant ass claws. You arrive to west of LA. As soon as you arrive there, hold on. You see at the places. There's not much movement. People have left this parts of town, mostly because of the coronavirus. You know, the usual.
Right.
The TVs
okay.
some TVs are on, etc., etc.
Okay.
Roll perception, please.
One success.
Roll for self-control if you want. Yeah.
Oh, okay. One success.
One success. You start walking until in front of you you see a large poster that starts moving. An electrical poster that says one family, one immigrant, a new story. Tonya Nguyen as Amelia Chen, now on Netflix.
What? What is this? I quickly grab my phone and I look up what this thing is.
While you're walking through the library, it's not so hard to Google, but basically, Netflix already recorded or filmed a new version of your old show since you went missing.
Oh.
And they replaced you.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Suddenly on the TV, do you keep watching the trailer or do you just ignore it?
No, it's okay. I'll keep watching.
Suddenly you see yourself.
Myself?
But it's not you. There's something off about yourself. Like she is looking at the new Amelia saying, "Yes, cousin, I have to go far, far away, but I'll be back one day. In the meantime, you take care of the house. A new generation." While you're looking at that, the internet is already complaining that they deep faked you.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh my gosh. I don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I put my phone away. I can't look at this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still upset, but I try to make my way to the library.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a moment.
Yeah.
When you arrive at the library, there's people outside. Like, because it's still on working hours. You start walking as fast as you can to the back side, to the back rooms where people don't usually go.
Yeah.
Roll perception plus alert.
Okay. Three successes.
3 successes. You start going fast downstairs, but sometimes you feel like, for a moment or two, you think people are looking at you or following you. You turn around, but you notice that some of them notice you because you're the only one walking very fast through the library. Others just don't try not to pay you any attention. You keep running downstairs. You keep walking as fast as you can downstairs. As suddenly you enter the main hallway that leads to the underground. You knock at the door, or maybe pound at it. As suddenly the door opens, and you can see Mr. Strickland looking at you, like, not upset but surprised that you're here. Like, young Mia, what can I do you for?
I'd like to offer you a trade.
Sorry? Oh, he says he allows you to get inside.
I'd like to offer you a trade.
Yeah, sure. Please, come in. Get comfortable.
Okay. I enter the room. I take my hood off and my mask so he can see me clearly. And I tell him, there's something I'm going to offer you. And it's going to be information. One that I understand might be useful to you and that you also might need desperately. But if I do give you this information, I want your word as a vampire and on your honor that you will owe me a favor and that you will not betray me.
He just smiles at you. Go on. What do you have to offer?
Were you aware that the Shimisi Andre had you on a list of people to be hunted and killed?
No. I didn't knew.
Well, now you have it. The Sabbat are after you. And you are to be terminated.
I'll have to do some calls. What about, what do you wish in return?
Your word that you will owe me as soon as I give you this. And I give him one portion of the Baths to Golconda notes that I retrieved from Andre's mansion.
Okay. So,
I don't give him everything. I give him half.
Okay. So, of all the notes, which one do you give him? The Book of the Boy Void? The Book of the Paths of Golconda? The like studies on the Book of Nod? What do you give him? Or the notes on the achievements and stuff like that?
I give him... I remember that there was like a portion, did you say, that was only very short, 16 pages on the Paths of Golconda, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, I give him 8.
Okay.
And I keep the other 8 for myself.
He looks at you as he takes the documents. His eyes glow for a moment as he looks at them. Huh, written in blood. Thaumaturge, interesting. And you wish to explore the paths to Golconda, don't you?
Don't you?
Golconda is something... it's a fairy tale for some of our kind. It's something that a few, according to legend, have achieved. But to do that, one has to understand what is to follow a new path. I follow my own path already, but I don't seek for Golconda. I think, if you ask me, I think that's a boyish story that some vampire created to justify our own existence. To justify that God still is there. But if you want to follow the path to reach Golconda, I respect your decision. As a woman, and as a kindred. Is there any path?
So, so am I to take it that you have no personal interest in this?
Not at all. Other than information. Other than keeping knowledge.
Is he telling the truth?
Roll perception plus empathy.
Three successes.
Let me calculate something. Hold on, I'm doing a roll. It's not that he's lying. It's that you cannot read his emotions because he's already dampening them. Usually, whenever he speaks to you, he's always with a big smile, but this time he's very cold, detached. So it's not that he's lying to you, it's how do you fit in his plans? Or how do you fit in, or how does he fit in yours? It's like talking to Beckett, except that Beckett pretends that he has some sort of politeness, while in reality he's a cold being, like any other vampire. In retrospect, the only other than the guys in the coterie, the only other person who would show you emotion is Jesse, perhaps because he's very young still.
Mm-hmm.
Do you wish to learn the ways of the path?
As much as anyone. Let's pretend that you and I have something in common, and that we're both looking for information. Mr. Strickland, there's more. There's so much more that I learned when I went to Andre's mansion. And I know that as a librarian, you also have a lot of information on your hands. I don't see why we couldn't form a kinship of some sort. You don't have to trust me, and I imagine I don't have to trust you. But perhaps we can come to an arrangement. If you would be upfront with me. I would like you to be honest.
What would you like to know?
Tell me exactly what interest you have in Golconda.
None.
None for yourself?
None. None in absolute. To me, reaching Golconda is like reaching heaven for mortals. The mere idea repulses me. Golconda is the idea of one rejecting one vampiric nature. I embrace my nature. If you decide to search for it, that's on you. It's a higher state of being, like nirvana. I know the theory on how to reach it, but I don't care about the theory.
So your interest is purely academic.
Exactly. It's like reading about Marxism and Leninism and fascism. Just because I read about it doesn't mean I have to believe in it.
Well, if you say so. That said, I give you these documents out of my own goodwill. But first, I want to take the documents back, and I'm going to take pictures of each one so that I have my own copy, and he can have the physical copy. And I tell him, like I said before, there is more, and there will be more that I can obtain. If you are willing to trade in secrets with me, I would be willing to trade with you.
What do you want me to offer you, child?
Anything. Anything and everything.
I can teach you how to follow these paths. What one must follow. What one must sacrifice. Are you willing to sacrifice that to achieve what you call beauty?
I've changed since the last time we spoke. But for now, let's say that I'm interested.
He takes the book, slowly opening it, checking the notes as he fits his glasses. Bumpers believe that for one to become proper, one must abandon all humanity. Because humanity comes with ideals that we cannot abide anymore. Killing, for example. Drinking blood is inhuman by nature. I got to the point where I can kill 5 humans and not even break a sweat. But what about you? Does your hand still shake? Do you still feel remorse? Do you still feel fear? You still have your humanity. I can see it in your eyes.
I don't say anything.
The paths follow certain laws, its own philosophies, its own codes, he says as he opens the book. The first one is the path of Cain, also known as the path of the Nodist. Those who study the Book of Nod and accept it as part of their own, which is the become a scholar of and understanding the words of Cain and what's the purpose of vampirism and the threat that the antediluvians are. It revels in the idea that Cain was father of all vampires, and how to put it? It revels in the idea that one must always gather more information and power from who is older.
These are the Nodists.
Exactly, yes.
They call themselves the True Sabbat. Is that true?
I have no idea. But I know members of the Camarilla who follows the path of Nod. Or the path of
Such
Cain.
as whom?
Scholars, members of the Giovanni family, some Tremere even. Then we have the path of Catharians, or Cathai. I don't know if the name is correctly, but it has to do with how to explain it. Can I ask you something personal?
Perhaps.
Do you have somebody you love?
For the purposes of this conversation, let's say yes.
What do you enjoy more? The fact that he sees you in your little eyes, that he smiles at you? Or the idea of controlling him? Of knowing that you need to spread your legs a little bit and he's completely yours? A bigger vinculum than a ghoul. Knowing that you can break his heart, tear him to pieces, and he will come begging for more. That's the path of seduction. But the only disadvantage that you have is your appearance. Unless you learn how to use obfuscate at the better proficiency and show the world whatever you want them to see. It's the art of seduction, but using the beast to control humans and animals through the temptations of dominion over them.
And this is one of the paths to Golconda?
Yes. To break all libido. To explore everything, so there's nothing less to explore. So you become a drug to others. So you can do all the drugs you ever did, but they become nothing to you. Now you are everybody else's drug, and if they want a taste of you, they have to abide the rules. And the rule says you have to break them. The path of the wild heart. The beast runs through your veins. But it's not about fighting the beast, it's to know how to survive like an animal. To allow the beast to run with you, not through you. To hold its paw when you kill. To follow your instincts like an animal. The path of bones is something you cannot do, that I know of, which is the understanding of death. You can try to study death as an element of life, as something that happens, and understand all types of death. Usually Giovanni are the experts at this path, but you can explore it as well. The path of Bahari. I wouldn't recommend this one. Though,
what is it?
Do you know what a Bahari is?
No.
Do you know what's the biggest heresy within the Sabbat?
No, what is it?
To accept the other one. Legend has it that Cain wasn't the only one. That he had a lover, a wife, that he apparently, according to some legends, he tried to rape. But she didn't allow herself to be raped. She turned her back to Cain's gifts because he wanted to take her. Do you know who is Lilith?
Only by name.
You only have one advantage in this path. Well, technically two. But the problem is that this path is blasphemy. If you follow it, others will try to kill you. Right away. And the definitive death, the final death, is not something you want to embrace. You only have 3 advantages that allow you to be part of this path. You have suffered. You have seen pain in the eyes. That's the first step. The Bahari revel in suffering to understand how Lilith suffered. Second, well, you feel yourself like a monster in the outside. The Bahari revel in the pain and the humiliation. And third, you have a womb. Lilith represents the mother, and even if you cannot produce the child, you can bleed, so you feel the pain of her. You're a woman. That's your only advantage on that path. But it's blasphemy to our kin. Path of Metamorphosis. It's impossible. If you haven't drank the blood of Sasimishi, you cannot do it. But perhaps, on the path of the night, the nihilist. You accept that you are damned. You accept the darkness of the world. You accept that nothing is worth it and nothing is worth saving. And because of that, you follow this path. And you revel on the nihilism. There is no God, so why should you allow the humans to believe in one? Why would you help others? Why would you kill if it's not by intention? But killing by accident is a blasphemy for this path. Or to act in somebody else's behalf or interest. Nothing is worth it at the end.
Thank you, Mr. Strickland.
Do you wish to follow any of those paths?
I think that's for me to decide at a later date.
Consider it, and
Either
I'll
way.
help you to develop them.
Thank you.
Oh.
I don't want to see these documents in anyone else's hands.
And you won't. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you. I've had my fill.
And tell me, I wish to know, are you really willing to cast away whatever resemblance of humanity you have left to follow either of the paths? Because the way I see it, you, when you were alive, you used to follow them, directly or indirectly. You suffered for being a woman. You revel in caring only about yourself. You follow your own religious awe of pleasure over everything. You were already in the way of one of those paths. The question is, will you let your past come to your present and show you the type of monster that you truly are?
As I said, I think that's for me to decide. Thank you for your time, Mr. Strickland.
Very well.
I leave.
What will you do now?
I think I want to rest.
Do you go back home?
There's still so much to do. But yeah, for now, I'd like to go back home. And I'd like to end.
Okay. I'll give you 4 experience points.
Thank you.
Okay. One last thing.
Yeah. Yes.
When you arrive home, you keep thinking about the ideas that Strickland told you about. So-called paths. The idea of fully inhumanize yourself. You open the door and you see Jesse is not here, but you see a large box in the middle of the room.
I go to open the box.
There's one letter on the box.
The letter.
Yeah, like something very crudely drawn or written.
Okay, I'll read it.
Do you open the box?
Yeah, I'll open it.
It's a bunch of clothes. Apparently, he either robbed a thrift store or he robbed somebody with a bunch of clothes of different types, different size. You suddenly hear the door being rang.
I'll send a message to Jesse telling him thank you for the clothes and thanks for your help. And I go to open the door.
Okay. As soon as you open the door, you see a woman, very thin, but not like utterly thin. Her body's very curvaceous. She's wearing a red dress. It almost looks like she's going to a gala or something. Blonde hair, her cleavage very exposed, showing her big breasts, but doesn't look like implants. As soon as she looks at you through the mask, she says, "Oh, this is gonna sound weird. Are you, Amelia Chan, aren't you?"
Who sent you here?
Gary, duh.
Come in.
She walks
and
in.
I step back to let her in.
She walks inside saying, "Okay, so how are you gonna do it? Do you want me to get naked or?"
Close your eyes and open your mouth.
She just closes her eyes. She falls to her knees, opening her mouth. She suddenly opens her eyes saying, "You're gonna turn me into a ghoul, aren't you?"
So you already know?
Yeah, no, look. This is what we're gonna do. I don't want to become, like, ugly, like you. But I know my clients fuck me a lot, and that's okay, but my god, having my blood drink is so much better. So I'll be your blood doll, and if somebody comes knocking, I live here. I'll drink your blood once every time, but I'm not your ghoul. I don't want to be like you. I don't want to look like you.
Fine. But you never speak again. Not in my presence.
Raleigh, should I call you mistress or something?
I said shut up. Okay, So, a blood doll.
Yeah. Her name is Jennifer Alexander, but she calls herself Candy Cane.
Okay. Alright. How often do I have to... Or does it just mean that I drink from her and that's it?
You drink for her, that's it. You can give her blood, but the problem is that
she doesn't want to become a ghoul. Yeah?
The problem is that every ghoul inherits things from their clan. So the lawyer will eventually, like... basically, stat-wise, if you have appearance 5, you can go down to appearance 3. Or 2 even.
Okay.
But never to 1 or under, and she doesn't want to become ugly. So she can drink from you once in a while. Okay? That will keep her youthful, but in exchange, she will act like a ghoul, but not really.
Alright.
And whenever, like, if you want to drink from her, go ahead.
Alright.
But as you can see, she's a bitch.
Yep.
So, I think that's the little blood bite for now. Any questions?
Not right now, but I'll be sure to ask you if anything.
Okay. Guys, this is everything for tonight. Take care and see you soon.
Bye.
Hold on, let me just end this stream for now.
You're up way past your bedtime, aren't you? Hope you've slipped into something comfortable. I know I have. If you're new to town or just new to this whole radio thing, you're listening to The Deb of Night. The only girl who will spend the night with you and leave first thing in the morning, guaranteed. Well, looks like the boards are lighting up. Aren't I the popular one? Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.